Guy Haberman talked about the new kickoff rule. He was at practice on Tuesday, and he said that the 49ers were working on the new kickoff rule. And he said that the kicks were, instead of being like the normal kickoff, that they were more like squib kicks. And so it made him wonder, are the guys that are going to be back there returning kickoffs, are they going to be more punt return types? So he noted that Elijah Mitchell was back there, but he didn't look comfortable, missed a few. Ronnie Bell was back there. Debo was back there. McCaffrey was back there. And so just want your thoughts on that, because he kind of thought this might benefit Ronnie Bell. What I remember about Ronnie Bell is not being able to field punts very well. And so I don't know that I want to go Ronnie Bell, but just wondering your thoughts on the new kickoff rule and how they might approach that, not only from a kicking standpoint, but from a receiving standpoint.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is, as a coach, I loved squib kicking. We squib kicked all the time because it would slow down returners being able to get their hands on the football. You could get some interesting bounces that not just bounce left or right, but bounce over the top of the returner's head. So it was a lot of fun if you could get a kicker that can do it. And so I think it adds an extra element to kickoff. I'm one of the few that I've heard that are really excited about this new kickoff rule, because I think they had watered down kickoff and kickoff return in general, and put it in a box where the best thing to do usually was just kick it out of the end zone and not worry about anything. Well, now it's going to be exciting. And Kyle Shanahan talked about this a little bit in his presser yesterday, that they were looking for guys that can handle all different types of kicks, because it's not just the squibs, but then it's the directional kicks that are going to go to the sideline, making sure they catch those. There's going to be little pop-up kicks, a lot of different elements to it. So having skilled guys back there that can receive the ball is important, but also because of the close proximity between the returner and the 10 guys that are in front of them that are going to be blocking, you also have to have a guy that's good at reading holes to be able to run the football. With less space, is it as dynamic to have a fast receiver or somebody that normally would return kicks? So they're going to go through all the elements, see who can handle the football, but I think it makes it a little bit more complicated. And in fact, I think we're going to see a variety of different return guys. I think with different kickers will present different obstacles. So as you're playing a team that handles it one way or the other, you might get a different returner. But I think they would love to find a guy that can handle it. Elijah Mitchell, Jordan Mason, one of those guys being able to handle even an Isaac Garendo would be really good for the 49ers, a guy who's used to finding a hole in some tight spaces with a lot of bodies around him, but they got to be able to secure the catch. We know that Jordan Mason has returned kicks a little bit for the 49ers. He was in the second lineup, but also Elijah Mitchell did some of that in college. So to me, those guys make the most sense, but I won't count out any of the receivers as well, as long as they can recover the football and are pretty good. Debo would be perfect. McCaffrey would be perfect, but I don't really want those guys handling that. I don't want them to get hurt.
Well, Haberman threw out he said the same thing. And he said that if this new kickoff rule is going to create more big plays, that maybe you give Debo or McCaffrey 5 less touches on offense and give them those touches on kickoff. So it's an interesting thing. We'll see what they do with that